The 8th grade rite of passage is centered on purity. Now we know this is one of the toughest, most awkward conversations for a parent to have with their teenager. We've created several resources to help you through this rite of passage. You've probably already begun talking to your 8th grader about sex. But this rite of passage is not about teaching information. This rite of passage is about setting up a transformation in the way your 8th grader understands what sex is all about. The discussion of sex and purity will take place during a fun weekend trip or event that you will plan with your student. This doesn't take away from how serious and important this discussion is. A trip or fun event helps ease some of that tension. The first step is to plan your trip. We recommend that this event be with one parent and one teenager. Many families have done this as a mother-daughter or a father-son event, but we understand that this is not always possible for every family. This doesn't have to be a budget buster. Plan something you can afford. You and your teenager can work together to think of ways to make this a fun and memorable event for both of you. Before the weekend begins, make sure to let your student know your plans. Let them know specifically when you plan to discuss the topic with them on the trip. That way there's no surprise and they can prepare for the discussion. Do this at a place that is both private and comfortable for both of you. A crowded restaurant might not be a good idea. Give your teenager a symbol to represent their commitment to purity. Some parents use a ring. That ring can be exchanged with the wedding ring at their future wedding ceremony. Whatever you choose, make it something special and appropriate for the commitment that they're making. The first is full of tips of how to pull off a successful purity weekend. This resource provides you with a guide that includes scripture to help you prepare for that talk with your teenager. We know that even the most prepared parents can be thrown a curveball now and then by their teenagers. Because of that, we have provided a list of tough questions that teenagers often ask about this topic that includes a biblically based answer so you're not caught off guard. A document has been included as well that will help inform you of what is happening physically, mentally, and emotionally with your student. Okay, so take a deep breath. We know that this can seem intimidating. This purity weekend and your openness to talk to your student will help them see the importance you're placing on this discussion. We're excited that you're willing to do this because there's no one else better suited for this crucial conversation. This will be a priceless gift that will impact your teenager for generations to come.